recently I've heard about I heard about the new movie on Netflix called Woman of the Hour. I was like, what is this movie? To be this is one of those ones that I honestly just seen start popping up on Letterboxd. And then somebody asked me about it. I'm like, why don't I know what this movie is? And turns out it's the directorial debut of Anna Kendrick. Who would have thought? Not me. But here we are. This film follows pretty much Anna Kendrick she's also stars in the film. And it's pretty much about a a a woman who goes on a dating show, but it turns out the person who she matches with on the dating show is a low-key a serial killer, which is a crazy premise. I did not see that coming. And it's a fine movie. I don't necessarily love it. I think there's a parts of it that are really slow, but for a directorial debut from Anna Kendrick, I was actually thoroughly impressed. There's a lot of good things I think to take away from what this movie is. I think Daniel Zovato is really good in this film, and he's actually pretty impressive actor, upcoming actor. He's pretty good at picking his projects too. It Follows and Lady Bird and Don't Breathe, and he's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, but he played a really good job playing this creepy ass serial killer dude. And I think he has a lot to say, put it in the genre of like the men suck and be murdering women genre that we have here, that we have built up over these past couple of years. But it's a fine movie. Just a little boring for me, but again, still a pretty impressive directorial debut from Anna Kendrick, and I think it's still worth the watch.
It is a solid first showing for sure. I would agree. I think the best part of the movie, without giving too much away, there's a scene towards the end in which she's able to communicate the idea and the fear that a woman would experience after having a weird interaction with a guy, and the threat and the possibility of being followed, maybe something violent happening to them, like what that experience really feels like. I think that she did a pretty remarkable job at communicating just like the tension that women have to deal with, and the fear that they have to deal with just if they like turn down a guy, or if they just like reject advances. Like that's not just like a mutually exclusive action. They then have to think about their safety after that.
Absolutely.
And what they have to deal with. And there's a scene in this movie where I felt like she perfected that. I thought it was like the best idea and the best moment of the movie that really kind of communicated, sort of the threat and the fear that women can live with, the unjust, sort of nature of what that looks like. But yeah, it was a pretty solid debut from her. I'm excited to just see like what her filmmaking trajectory might look like moving ahead.